It's Dave Ward here again, answering your questions about being a Beachbody coach. So I filmed this video the other day where I answered these 5 questions, and I invited people to ask me more questions about what questions they had about being a Team Beachbody coach. And I've gotten a lot of responses. So I'm going to keep going with this video series. You'll find a link on this video that'll take you to that original 5 or 6 question series that I filmed. Please feel free to leave me a message below. Here, if you're watching, wherever you're watching this video, leave a comment or just shoot me an email. My email address is info@thefitclubnetwork.com, and I will answer your question in addition to the other ones I am asking. Okay, next question we have is, how much time does it take to be a successful Team Beachbody coach? Well, how much time it takes to be a successful Beachbody coach is really kind of up to you, because you have to first start by defining what success looks like, okay? I can't tell you what success looks like for you. I don't live in your shoes. I am not involved in your life yet. You got to figure that out. Now I can help you. I can give you some parameters of what success looks like for other people in the business. I can tell you what success looks like for me, okay? Success for my wife, Monica, and I means elite coach. Monica's been an elite coach, and we built through her business center for the last several years. She's been an elite coach all 5 years the program's been in place. So Beachbody set this bar, and they said, we think the fantastic people are doing this. And we said, okay, we'll do that. And then they raised the bar, and we said, okay, well, we'll do that. And they raised the bar, and we said, okay, well, we'll do that. And every year have been able to qualify as elite coaches. That's what success looks like for me with, as far as like Team Beachbody goes. I have a lot of other things that define success for me too, right? Coming to you here in an office, my home office here, which is an actual detached structure in a house that we just bought here in Coronado, California. That's been a big dream of mine for a really long time. So if you wanted to know what success looked like for me, it's huge. Okay, I always tell people who sort of ask me if I'm done, that I have a really big imagination and I can see life being huge. So no, I'm not done. I'm not going to be done for a really long time, and I don't want to be, because I have fun doing what I do, and I love chasing after my dreams and my goals. That may not be you. So let's just take a few examples. How much time is it going to take you to make Success Club? Okay, so Success Club is our monthly incentive program. In order to make Success Club, you got to do a couple things. You need to sell Shakeology on Home Direct, or sell challenge packs, or a combination of both, okay? So in order to make Success Club, and why would you want to make Success Club? Well, because typically, and they tweak the program every year, particularly if you make it 9 out of the 12 months of the year, you get to go on a trip. I've been on a cruise. I'm going to go on a cruise in 2 weeks. I've been to Atlantis, and I've been to Disney World as a result of that program. Okay, so that's, to me, pretty successful. I've had an amazing time. My kids have been on a lot of those trips, and it's been super, super fun. So let's just say that's what you needed to be successful. All right, well, there's a couple different ways you could get the 5 points you need, okay? The first way you could get your 5 points is by getting 5 different people to drink Shakeology on Home Direct. So you just got to ask yourself, how long is it going to take me to get 5 people to drink this product that I'm already in love with? Now, if you're not already in love with it, it might take you a little bit longer, right? Because it's really hard to talk about something you're not passionate about. That's kind of how our business works, okay? So that's maybe the first thing. Might take you some more time because you may be just getting started with one of our amazing fitness programs and Shakeology, okay? How long is it going to take you to get 5 people to drink Shakeology Home Direct? Or, conversely, how long would it take you to get 3 people to buy a challenge pack? A challenge pack is really simple. It's just a combination of Shakeology and a fitness program. Okay, it's like the winning formula, right? I talked in the last video that I did about nutrition being so important. Shakeology makes nutrition easy. So that's your winning formula. How long is it going to take to get 3 people that you know to get on a fitness program and get started with Shakeology? How long is that going to take you? I don't know, because it probably depends on how determined you are to do it, and how hard you're willing to work for it, and how important it is to you, and maybe how long you've been doing it. How long does that take me? Usually a couple of days, to be honest. It takes me a couple of days every month. My wife and I make Success Club early in the month. Then it's out of the way. I don't have to worry about it, right? So my goal is always at the beginning of the month, boom, let's get Success Club done. Because I know if I just focus on it, it's only going to take me a couple of days. Now, what do? I do this full time, okay? I practiced law for 10 years before I did this business, but I do this full time. I know that the vast majority of people that I work with are not doing this full time. Do you have a couple of extra hours every day? Are you watching TV? Are you in a softball league? Are you spending a lot of time with some sort of other hobby or craft that doesn't pay you? Okay? One of the things I recognized when I sort of said, well, I don't have time to do this business. I had a mentor who I was working with. And he said, cool, walk me through your week. And I kind of gave him how busy I was. And he said, I seem to remember you telling me you were a pretty good golfer, right? And I said, yeah, I play a little golf. And he said, well, how good are you? You know, you're really good at golf? And I said, well, I'm all right. I'm like a 3 handicap. And he was like, oh, 3 handicap. And he busted me, right? The truth was I was spending 12 to 15 hours a week practicing and playing golf. Now, I love golf. Golf is great, and golf is fantastic, and I'm in a point in my life where I get to play a lot of golf if I want to play a lot of golf. But it never paid me a dime. Never earned me a trip, 2 cruises, a trip to Atlantis, and a trip to Disney World. Never did that. That's what this business does, okay? So if you think you're busy, I really want you to sit down and just look at your schedule and say, hey, you know, what do I have during my day that doesn't pay me, that doesn't build a future for my family, that doesn't help me be successful, whatever that word means to you? Wipe those things out and let's spend some time learning some new skills that can help you build a future for your family. That's where I come in. What do? We help people learn new skills, then we help people practice those skills. We help people have success with those skills. And then, once they've done that process, they can learn how to teach other people. And when you become a teacher, you get paid, period. We get paid for the value we add to the marketplace. Teaching is one of the most valuable skills. That's why one of the reasons our society is such a mess right now is because we don't pay teachers squat. How do I know? My wife was a teacher for about 13, 14 years before she became a full-time Beachbody coach. Needed to learn how to get paid for that skill of being a good teacher. That's what I'd like to help you do. So, hopefully this has helped to answer your question. I know it's a bit vague answer. The thing is, the best thing you can do is find somebody, whoever your coach is. If you're looking for a coach, I'm more than happy to help you figure this stuff out. Find somebody who can sit down with you and help you define what success looks like. Because if you told me my goal is to be an elite coach this year, you're going to need more than an hour a day, period. Okay? If you want to make Success Club, should be able to do that in an hour a day, in my opinion. If you're willing to sit down and be focused and not, just click refresh on Facebook and check your email 8,000 times a day, but actually sit down and make a list and start working from a list and start, using the 5-step process that we have laid out on our coach training website, fcncoachtraining.com. If you're willing to do those things, you should be able to do that in an hour a day, easy. Okay? If your goal is to be a 5-time elite coach, my wife is one of 3 people in this company to do that. It's going to take a lot more work, okay? And it's going to take some time to climb that mountain. That's a big one, okay? But the important thing is, again, starting with the end in mind of what does success look like for you? And then working your schedule into that. And for most people, I'll just, before I wrap up, I'll just say for most people, they usually don't start with that sort of a lofty goal. They start with wanting to make Success Club. They start, a little smaller. Hey, let's just take some baby steps in the right direction. That's fine. That's fine. I don't think you need to start a business like this and say, I want to make $1 million a year. Okay? You can work your way up to those things, because we did. That's how we did. I didn't start this business saying, I'm going to quit my law practice. Started this business because I wanted a new triathlon bike. I was in a triathlon and I wanted a new bike, and I needed a way to earn some income on the side. And then I did, and was like, oh, well, what else could I do with this thing? So, those are the sort of things that happen as you get involved with a coach, and it just sort of, gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the bigger your goals get, the bigger your dreams get, the more time you're going to need to invest in. It's just that simple, it's about time. So, that's all I got for you today. Again, really encourage you to leave me a comment, shoot me an email, leave me a message, whatever it is that you want to have answered about being a Team Beachbody coach. I am more than happy to do that. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a fantastic day. And keep an eye on the series. I got a whole bunch more questions over there on my computer.